Good morning, boys. We are going to see consistency and inconsistency of linear equations in two variables. So, if two equations a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and another equation a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0 are taken, when a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then we will say that it is an unique solution with consistency and has intersecting lines. And if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, we will have infinite number of solution and it is also consistent with coinciding lines. If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2, you will be having no solution and it is inconsistent and we will be having parallel lines. This we learnt in the last class along with one sum. Now we are going to learn the second subdivisions of example 3.54. Already we learned first subdivision. Check whether the following system of equation is consistent or inconsistent and say how many solutions we can have if it is consistent. So we have to write the type of solution also. Now the question is 4x plus y is equal to 3 and another 8x plus 2y equal to 6. Now a1 is 4, for your reference a1 is 4, a2 is 8. b1 if there is nothing it will be considered to be 1 and b2 is equal to 2. c1 is equal to 3 and c2 is equal to 6. So as per our condition we are going to write 4 by 8, 1 by 2, 3 by 6. After doing the calculation we are going to check whether they are equal to or not equal to. So when we cancel it will become 1 by 2, it will also become 1 by 2. So all the terms are equal. When all the terms are equal, that is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, we will have the solution. The type of solution we are going to have is consistent, infinite number of solution, infinite number of solution, and the lines are, we will be having that one as coinciding lines. One above the other you will be getting coinciding lines. Like this if you write, you will be getting all the answers consistent. The solution, type of solution is consistent and infinite number of solutions you will be having infinite number of solutions and the lines are coinciding lines. This is your second subdivision. Now third subdivision. 4x plus 7 is equal to 2y. 4x plus 7 is equal to 2y. 2x plus 9 is equal to y. So we represent everything in one side. 4x minus 2y plus 7 is equal to 0. 2x minus y plus 9 equal to 0. Then a1 is equal to 4, a2 is equal to 2, b1 is equal to minus 2, b2 is equal to minus 1, c1 is equal to 7, c2 is equal to 9. So for your reference here you can write a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. This is your condition. Now we are writing what is going here now. So 4 by 2 minus 2 by minus 1, 7 by 9. After cancellation this will become 2, this will become like this 1. So these two are equal, but these two are not equal. That means a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2. So what will happen to your answer? Solution. Starting with, it is inconsistent. Second one, no solution. We can't write how many answer. Then third one, they are parallel lines. They are parallel lines. So these will be your pattern now. Now your example 3.55. 5. Check the value of k. Question is, I will be writing find k. Check the value of k has unique, if the system has unique value of unique solution. If the equation has unique solution. Unique solution. The question is kx plus 2y equal to 3, 2x minus 3y equal to 1. You have to find, and question is check the value of k for which the given system of equations has a unique solution. Has a unique solution. So now for unique solution we must have a1 by a2 should not be equal to b1 by b2. So now what is your a1? K. a2 is equal to 2 and b1 is equal to 2, b2 is equal to minus 3. Apply the value, it should not be equal to. Now what is the value? K by 2 should not be equal to 2 by minus 3. Cross multiply when you, that is you are supposed to get the value, k value. So when you cross multiply, therefore k should not be equal to cross multiplication 2 into 2, 4 by minus 3. So check the value when the given equation has a unique solution. So without 4 by minus 3, other values when you apply, you will be getting a unique solution. So the value of k, therefore k is not equal to minus 4 by 3 or 4 by minus 3. This is the condition we have found out for this question. Now 3.56. Next question. 3.56. Here again, find the value of k if they have infinitely many solutions. Find k if the equation has infinitely many solutions. What is the equation now? 2x minus 3y equal to 7. Then k plus 2 into x minus 2k plus 1 into y is equal to 3 into 2k minus 1. So infinitely many solution, we know the condition for that. a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2 should be equal to c1 by c2. Now we know what is a1, 2. Then we will be writing a2 as k plus 2. This is the coefficient of x. Then b1 as minus 3. What is the value of b2? Minus of 2k plus 1. So the minus is included for both the terms. Then c1 is equal to 7, c2 is equal to 3 into 2k minus 1. Then apply the condition for that. So you will be getting 2 by k plus 2 is equal to minus 3 by minus of 2k plus 1 is equal to 7 by 3 into 2k minus 1. You can equate any one of the three conditions to complete the value of k. Minus and minus get cancelled. You can cross multiply these two things. 2 into 2k plus 1 is equal to 3 into k plus 2. It is your choice which one even you can equate. Now when you multiply, 2 is multiplied to both the terms. 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 1, 2. 3 into plus 6. Bring all the k to one side, numbers to other side. So it will become 4k minus 3k is equal to 6 minus 2. 4k minus 3k is 1k, k is equal to 4. So your answer, the value of k is equal to 4. This is a value. Like this we can find the value of k. Now the next example is 3.57. Whichever method you find the value of k, you will be getting the answer 4. Even you can equate this value to this value or first value to the third part, you will be getting the value of k to be 4. Then 3.57. Find k, again the same thing. Find k if the equations have has no solution. So equations are 8x plus 5y is equal to 9. The next one, kx plus 10y is equal to 15. For no solution, we must get to the condition a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 should not be equal to c1 by c2. Then what is the value of a1 now? 8. a2 is equal to k. Then b1 is equal to 5. b2 is equal to 10. c1 is 9. c2 is 15. Apply the values now. 8 by k is equal to 5 by 10 should not be equal to 9 by 15. So this one don't bother. Now go and equate these two alone because these two are equal. Cancellation. This is one time, this is two time. Then cross multiplication like this. This 2 will go up and k will go this side. So 8 into 2 is equal to 1 into k. So 16 is equal to k. Therefore, k is equal to 16. The value of k is equal to 16. That's all. In this way, we can find the value of k. Till now, we haven't taught you the example sums. Only in this exercise, we are teaching you the example sums because these sums are not given in your exercises. So, very important sums and this may come in 2 marks or even in 5 marks. Now, we will go for the exercise 3.14 where you will be getting all the sums in your 5 mark sums as statement problem. Now, exercise exercise 3.14, the last exercise of this chapter. Solve by any one of the methods. So you have learnt 3 methods. One is substitution method, elimination method and cross multiplication method. Among the 3 methods, any one of the methods you can use for this. It is not any, there is no compulsion for using this method alone, that method alone. But I will read the question, I won't write the complete question on the board. I will read the question and write the hints to continue the problem. So first problem. First question, the sum of 2-digit number. So any 2-digit number can be represented as. So can you tell the first 2-digit number? Your first 2-digit number is 10. The last 2-digit number is 99. And there is a pattern of writing any 2-digit number in higher classes is, you are supposed to write 10 into one number plus added to one number. Because 10 into 1 plus 0. So you will be getting 10. If you want to get 15, the same pattern, 10 into 1 plus 5. You have learnt in your lower classes unit ones, tens, hundreds, thousand. This is the pattern of writing any 2-digit number. So 2-digit number, this alone will vary. For example, 99. How can we write 99? 10 into 9 plus 9. Only these two places it will vary till the end. So to represent that 2-digit number, we are having a pattern of writing that one as 10x plus y. So the sum of a 2-digit number and the number formed by interchanging the digits. This is a 2-digit number. Interchanging. For example, you are taking a 2-digit number as 19. When you interchange, what will you get? 91. This will see 10 into 1 plus 9. And how can we write this one? 10 into 9 plus 1. See, only these two places have got interchanged. So by interchanging, how can we write the values now? So it will become 10y plus x. So you can understand why these two places alone I have changed. By interchanging the digits, you are getting 110. So the sum of first condition is 10x plus y plus 10y plus x is equal to 110. This is your first equation. Then simplify the first equation. 10x plus 1x. So how many x? 11x. 1y plus 10y. Again it will become 11y is equal to 110. This is your first equation. Then second equation, second condition, we will go by step. Second condition, how can we use the second condition is, if 10 is subtracted from the first number, so from the first number we are subtracting 10. So 10x plus y minus 10. What will happen now? The new number is 4 more than 5 times the sum of the digits of the first number. The first number digit alone. What are the digits? These digits. This is equal to 4 more than, that will be more than, we are adding 4 more than 5 times. 5 times this, how to write the expression you learnt in your 6th standard. So 4 more than 5 times the sum of the digits, only the digits. This is your equation, second equation. Now, how to simplify the second equation now? So, simplify the second equation. 10x plus y minus 10 is equal to 4 plus, multiply like this, 5x plus 5y. Bring all x and y to one side, numbers to other side. What will happen? 10x plus y minus 5x minus 5y is equal to 4 plus 10. 10x minus 5x will become 5x. Y minus 5y become minus 4y is equal to 14. So this equation you can divide by 11. What will you get now? X plus y is equal to 10. This is your first equation. We are considering this is your first equation. Now we can't simplify this equation, so we are considering this is your second equation. On seeing this first equation and second equation, you are supposed to decide which method you are going to solve. Normally we prefer to use elimination method so that you will be completing your answer easily. So I will represent by elimination. Only for one sum I will represent. By elimination method, what will you get? I need to eliminate 5, that is x first. So first equation into 5 because of elimination method. What will you get now? This is 5x plus 5y is equal to 50. Now the question is, find the number, first number. Now second equation is 5x minus 4y is equal to 14. So both the coefficients are same, both the symbols are same. So you are subtracting by sign changing that one. So 1 minus 2, represent everything. Now cancel. 5 plus 4, 9y is equal to 50 minus 4, you will be getting 36. Therefore, y is equal to 36 by 9. So y is equal to 4. We got y is equal to 4. Substitute y in first equation. What will you get now? X plus y is equal to 10. X plus 4 is equal to 10. X is equal to 10 minus 4. Therefore, x is equal to 6. So, what is your number? Therefore, the first number condition will be 10x plus y. So, you will be writing 10 into 6 plus 4. The answer is 60 plus 4 is 64 is your answer for your first question. This is the method you are going to find the answer for the remaining sums. So, I won't explain again as which method we are doing. Normally, we will be going by elimination method. Now, the second sum. Now, the second sum. The sum of a numerator and a denominator of a fraction is 12. So, how will we represent a fraction? There should be one numerator and one denominator. That is, I will be writing numerator and one denominator. So, numerator can be x and denominator can be y. The sum of the numerator and denominator of a fraction is 12. This is your first condition. Sum of the numerator and the denominator is 12 and we can't simplify the equation again. So, let us take this to be your first equation. Now, the second condition is if the denominator is increased by 3, denominator alone is increasing by 3 and numerator is as it is, the fraction becomes 1 by 2. Then find the fraction. So, second condition, x by the numerator is increased by 3, the fraction becomes 1 by 2. Now, we can't consider this to be a second equation because it is not a linear equation, we are having a fractional equation. So, cross multiply to get a linear type. So, this will become 2x plus 2x is equal to y plus 3, 1 into y plus 3. Bring y to one side. So, 2x minus y is equal to 3, this is your second equation. Now, which method shall we go by elimination method? Directly 1 and 2. So, again I am writing 1, x plus y is equal to 12, 2x minus y is equal to 3. Now, the y coefficients are same and signs are different. So, we can add, so 1 plus 2. So, you can easily understand how to do the elimination method. So, coefficient is 1, cancel, 2 plus 1 is 3x is equal to 15. Then x can be written as 15 by 3, x is equal to 5. Where you want to substitute this one? Shall we substitute in the first equation itself so that it will be easy for us to find the value of y now. So, we are substituting that one in first equation. So, substitute x in first equation. So, x plus y is equal to 12. X value is 5. 5 plus y is equal to 12. Y is equal to 12 minus 5. Y is equal to 7. But the question they have asked is fraction. Therefore, the fraction we are going to write to be x by y as x value as 5 by 7. That's all your answer for your second question. Now, third question. Third question is ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral such that measure of angle A is equal to. So, you know a cyclic quadrilateral for your reference. A cyclic quadrilateral is a quadrilateral inside a circle. So this is your A, this is your B, this is your C, and this is your D. Measure of angle A plus C is equal to measure of angle B plus D, which is equal to 180 degree in a cyclic quadrilateral. And they have given measure of angle A is equal to 4y plus 20 degree. Measure of angle B equal to 3y minus 5 degree. Measure of angle C is equal to 4x degree, and like this. Measure of angle D is equal to 7x plus 5 degree. Find all the angles, all the 4 angles. This is the question. So we know the condition A plus C. Measure of angle A plus measure of angle C is equal to 180 degree. Again, measure of angle B plus measure of angle D is equal to 180 degree. These are the two conditions where we are using for a cyclic quadrilateral. Now we add that one. So 4y plus 20 degree plus 4x is equal to 180 degree. All the degrees only. Now arrange that one. 4x plus 4y is equal to 180 minus 20. This 20 we bring that side. So 4x plus 4y is equal to 160 degree. All the degrees, so I haven't mentioned, at last we will mention. All the terms will be divisible by 4. So x plus y is equal to 40 degree. This will be your first equation. Now go for your second equation. This is measure of angle A plus C is equal to 180 degree. Now I am going to write B plus D is equal to 180 degree. How to represent this one now? B value is 3y minus 5 plus 7x plus 5 is equal to 180 plus 5 minus 5 get cancelled. Now arrange this one. 7x plus 3y is equal to 180 degree. Now here we can't simplify more, so consider this one to be your second equation. Now compare your first equation and second equation. No coefficients are same, but we can go for elimination method. So shall we multiply first, shall we eliminate first equation, that is y, by multiplying the first equation into 3. So multiply first equation into 3. So first equation into 3, what will you get? 3x plus 3y is equal to 3 4s are 12, 120. And your second equation, 7x plus 3y is equal to 180 degree. Both the equations have the same coefficient with the same symbol. So we are going to subtract that one. Minus, minus, minus by writing the condition that 1 minus 2. So 3 minus 7. So I represent 3 minus 7 minus 4x get cancelled. 180 minus 120 will be how much? 6 minus 2, 60. Then x value will be minus 60 divided by minus 4. Therefore, x value will be equal to 1 4s of 4 and 15, like this. Substitute this one in first equation. Substitute x in first equation. What is yours? X plus y is equal to 40. 15 plus y is equal to 40. So y is equal to 40 minus 15. Y is equal to 25. Now answer. What is the answer? Measure of angle A, B, C, D separately we have to find. So therefore measure of angle A will be 4 into y. 4 into 25 plus 20. So 4 into 25 is 100. 100 plus 20 is 120 degree measure of angle A. So one angle we got. Then measure of angle B is equal to 3 into 25 minus 5. So 3 into 25 is 75 minus 5. So measure of angle B value is 70 degree. Then measure of angle C is equal to 4 into 15. 5 4s are 24, 60 degree. So measure of angle C is equal to 60 degree. Measure of angle D is equal to 7 into 15 plus 5. So 35, 105 plus 5, 110 degree measure of angle D. Now you can verify by doing the calculation A plus C. A plus C, 120 plus 60 is 180 degree. B and D, 70 plus 110 is equal to 180 degree. This one and this one when you add, this one and this one when you add, you will be getting 180 degree. Like this we will be concluding your third sum. Now fourth sum. Fourth sum. On selling a TV at 5% gain and a fridge at a 10% gain, a shopkeeper gains rupees 2000. But if he sells a TV at a 10% gain and a fridge at 5% loss, he gains 1500 on the transaction. Find the actual price of the TV and the fridge. So TV we are considering as X and the fridge we are considering as Y. So price of TV they have given on selling the TV, that's all only they have given. So we will consider TV as X, fridge as Y. So first condition, 5% gain plus 10% gain, he is getting 2000. 5% of X plus 10% of X, he is getting 2000. Simplify the equation first. 5% is nothing but 5 by 100 X plus 10 by 100 Y equal to 2000. Both the terms are having 100 as the denominator. So directly we can multiply as 5x plus 10y by 100 equal to 2000. Again cross multiply. 5x plus 10y is equal to 2000 into 100. I directly write 2 more zeros. So divided by 5. Simplify the equation. X plus 2y is equal to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be your first equation. Simplified equation. Now your second condition. This is your first condition and second condition. What is the second condition now? 10% gain and 5% loss. So 10% gain and loss will be represented by negative. 5% loss. He is getting 1500 as his transaction amount. Now how will we write now? 10 by 100x minus 5y by 100 is equal to 1500. The same pattern we are having. So 10x minus 5y by 100 is equal to 1500. So when you cross multiply, this 100 goes up. Then you will be getting the answer as 10x minus 5y is equal to 1500 and 2 more zeros. Again it will be divisible by 5. So 2x minus y, when you divide it by 5, it will become 3. This is your second equation. Now compare the coefficients. Here 2x, here 1x. Here y, here 2y. So which one we want to eliminate? That elimination is, we are going to eliminate y now because it will be easy. So y when you want to eliminate, only second part coefficient is smaller. So first equation as it is we will be writing x plus 2y is equal to 40,000. Now second equation into 2. So 4x minus 2y is equal to 60,000. And both the symbols are different, coefficients are same, so we are adding. So 1 plus 2. So what will you get? 1 plus 4, 5x is equal to 1 lakh, and x is equal to by 5. So x is equal to, after cancellation, you are getting 20,000. So substitute x in which equation you want to add. First equation all are addition only. So x plus 2y is equal to 40,000. X value is equal to 20,000. So 20,000 plus 2y is equal to 40,000. So 2y is equal to 40,000 minus 20,000. So y will be 20,000 divided by 2, because this 2 comes down. So therefore y value is equal to 10,000. But what is your question asked? Find the actual price of the TV and the fridge. So therefore price of TV is equal to rupees 20,000 and the fridge value rupees is equal to rupees 10,000. So they are getting the actual price of TV and fridge. So we have completed up to 4th sum, boys. Now we will learn the 5th sum. 5th sum. Fifth sum. Two numbers are in the ratio 5:6. So let us take the numbers. Ratio only they have given. So numbers are in the ratio x is to y. So first condition, when it is in the ratio, we can write that to be x by y. So two numbers are in the ratio 5:6. So x is to y is equal to 5:6. That is x by y is equal to 5/6. So when you cross multiply, you will be getting 6x is equal to 5y, and your equation 6x minus 5y is equal to 0. This is your first equation. Then the second condition is, if 8 is subtracted from each of the numbers, then the ratio becomes 4:5. So when 8 is subtracted from each of the numbers, then it becomes 4:5, and the ratio I have written in terms of fraction. So again cross multiply. 5 into x minus 8 is equal to 4 into y minus 8. So 5x minus 8 5s are 40 is equal to 4 minus 32. Bring x and y one side and constant to other side. So 5x minus 4y is equal to minus 32 plus 40. So 5x minus 4y is equal to 8. This is your second equation. Now first equation and second equation you compare. No other coefficients are same. Here 6 and here 5. Here 5 and here 4. Easy method, go for eliminating y. So first equation into 4, second equation into 5. What will you get? First equation into 4. So 6 4s are 24x minus 5 4s are 20y equal to 0. Now second equation into 5. So 25x minus 5 4s are 20y equal to 8 5s are 40. Now we got the coefficients to be same. So what shall we do? Same symbol. So we are supposed to eliminate that one. So 1 minus 2. So we are supposed to change the symbol minus and plus and minus. So 24 minus 1x get cancelled is equal to minus 40. So when you eliminate minus symbol, therefore x value is equal to 40. We got the value x value is equal to 40. Substitute x value in any one of the equation. First equation is better because we are getting right hand side as 0. So substitute x in first equation. Substitute x in first equation. First equation 6x minus 5y equal to 0. X value is 40. So 6 into 40 minus 5y equal to 0. 6 4s are 24. 240 minus 5y equal to 0. Bring 240 to that side. 5y is equal to minus 240. Y is equal to minus 240 by minus 5. So after cancellation, how much value? 4, 40, 48. So y is equal to 48. Now the question is, find the numbers. So now the numbers are 40 and 48. Therefore x is equal to 40 and y is equal to 48. The last sum of this exercise, of this chapter even. So now 4 Indians and Chinese people are doing the work. Now concentrate and listen to this last sum. The question is, 4 Indians and 4 Chinese can do a piece of work in 3 days. We know work done and time allotted will be considered to be 1 by x. So work done in 1 day. So we will be normally writing work done in 1 day by Indian. So it will be considered to be x. So 1 by x. Now the same thing, work done in 1 day by a Chinese. So let us consider 1 by y. So what is your first condition? 4 Indians and 4 Chinese. So 4 Indians and 4 Chinese can do a piece of work in 3 days. So only 1 day. This is your equation, first equation. And what is your second equation as? While 2 Indians and 5 Chinese. So 2 Indians and 5 Chinese can do the piece of work in 1 day. Can do a piece of work in 4 days. 1 by 4. So now 1 by x and 1 by y we can't do directly. So let 1 by x is equal to a and 1 by y is equal to b. How will we represent the first equation now? So 4a plus 4b is equal to 1 by 3. Cross multiply all the things to this side. 3 into 4a plus 4b is equal to 1. So 12a plus 12b is equal to 1. This is your first equation. Now your second equation we are considering now. So 2a plus 5b is equal to 1 by 4. So cross multiply with 4. 4 into 2a plus 5b is equal to 1. 4 2s are 8a plus 20b is equal to 1. This is your second equation. Now compare the first equation and second equation. Both the equations are very much big numbers. So which one you want to multiply by taking the LCM? 12 table and 8 table. In 12 table also you are getting 24 and in 8 table also you are getting 24. So easy method, first equation into 2. What is your first equation into 2? So 24a plus 24b is equal to 2. And second equation into 3. So here is also, again I will be writing 24a plus 24b is equal to 2. And the second equation into 3. So 8 3s are 24a plus 2 3s are 60b again is equal to 3. Now we got both the values the same. So subtract. So sign change, sign change, sign change. 1 minus 2. What will get? This will get eliminated. 60 minus 24. 36b. Minus 36b is equal to minus 1. So b is equal to minus 1 by minus 36. b is equal to 1 by 36. Where you want to substitute now? Substitute the value in first equation. So substitute b in first equation. First equation is 12a plus 12b is equal to 1. 12a plus 12 into 1 by 36 is equal to 1. After cancellation this will become 3. So 12a plus 1 by 3 is equal to 1. 12a is equal to 1 minus 1 by 3. 1 minus 1 by 3 we know very well, it is 2 by 3. For that also I don't want to explain by your LCM method. So 12a is equal to 2 by 3. A is equal to 2 by 3 into 12. Cancellation 6. So A is equal to 1 by 18. But we don't want A and B. We need X. X can be written as 1 by Y. Therefore, X can be written as 1 by A. 1 by 1 by 18 is equal to 18. So Y can be written as A value is 18 only. 1 by B, which is 1 by 36, and it is 36. The answer is, for how long would it take for one Chinese and one Indian to do the work? So therefore, answer, Indians will take to complete the work in 18 days and Chinese will take the work to complete in 36 days. That's all for this exercise and this chapter. We are completing this chapter and exercise, boys. Thank you, boys.